I could pull a better podcast out of my head. Hey, kids, welcome to the Tempest Universe.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Monday sucks hairy balls. For those of you who don't think that way, I don't want to know you. I don't even want to know your name. Even if you freaking drink at Cheers every damn day. I don't want to know your name. I don't. Mondays is horrible. And we all know this. Anyone that listens to this podcast, you know, whether you're in India, whether you're in Canada, whether you're Australia, you know, Mondays are it's just not worth it. You know, I mean, honestly, like a lot of you guys are going to listen to this podcast and it's going to be Tuesday. I'm still living it today. And you already went through it, so you already know. Monday is bullshit. It is the day of the week that you could definitely live without. What's up to you guys who are listening to the podcast live, also known as the Asgardians, Green Man, Dre, Da Nam, and everybody else who shows up later. Like Game Vet usually is out driving the big rig across the frozen ass states, which they should be thawing out right now, but they're plagued with UFOs. You gotta go check out his YouTube. You'll see. It's fucking nuts. Oh, apparently Davina's here, down in Corpus Christi. She's awake for like 5 more minutes. But hey, what's up? Monday sucks. You know, I've been thinking a lot about this Area 51 trip that's going to go down on Thursday with Danam and the missus and my missus. You know, we're all going to get on the car leaving from Vegas, and we're going to head down to, I don't know. I think if you, I know you guys are going to, some of you are not going to like this, but this is like the glory hole of ufology. It really is. You think about it. All these UFO madness, the conspiracies all come down to the glory hole of Area 51. You know, shit happened down in Roswell, but guess where it went? To Area 51. That's the glory hole of ufology. And it may not mean shit today, which is the truth about it, right? Because there is no damn government that's dumb enough to keep, well, I don't know, maybe somewhere in the world, but there's no government dumb enough to keep where everybody thinks the UFOs are, to keep them there. That's just dumb. Completely dumb. But we're going to record it. We're going to get on the road. We're going to do some shit. We're going to find some shit. We're going to come to terms with a lot of things because, you know, as much as I hate to admit it, this whole trip is dedicated to Big O. This is something we talked about doing all the time. And sadly enough, he's not here to experience it. But I'm going to take him with me. In my heart and my soul, he's going to be there. And this is dedicated to Big O. And, you know, not to discount anyone that's on the trip because it's going to be epic. Just to be there. There's one thing about Area 51, White Sands, Little Alien Inn, and the Alien Depot, whatever the fuck it is, the Welcome Center. You've got to do it one time. If you really believe that this shit is real, you got to do it one time. You fuckers in Congress who are going to talk shit tomorrow, yeah, you got to do the trip one time. Go to the little mailbox and put your ballot in there, fucker. You got to do it one time. And this is it. This is the trip that, for me, kind of defines the whole topic of UFOs. It's Area 51. And yeah, we might stand there like idiots at the gate. Probably like stand like really far back so that we don't get shot. But still, if you believe that some shit's going down, you got to take this trip. to be honest. And, there's a side benefit to it, right? If you're into brothels, you can do that. If you're into, like, the casinos and playing, doing the gambling thing, tables and one-armed bandits, you can do that as well. If you're into shows, you could do that as a side trip. But your main trip is going down that desert road to where the dreams of ufology exist. The dreams of people wondering what the hell is happening in the desert. That's where you go. I remember the first time I flew to Vegas, and the pilot, literally, it was a red-eye flight. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and the pilot woke everybody in the fucking plane up just to announce that we were flying over Area 51. The fucking pilot knows. Why shouldn't everybody else? Let's be honest about it. So we're going to leave some stickers. We're going to leave like all kind of shit all over the place. People are going to know that the Tempest Universe was there in the Dark Horde, LLC. But just know that it'll be epic for us. We may not be able to portray it on video, but for fuck's sake, we're going to have a damn good time. As I'm sitting here, by the way, I make this concoction right now. It has a cron apple. It has 2 separate kinds of vodka, watermelon and raspberry, and some cherry soda. Write that shit down. Try it tomorrow while you're at work. Because I know you go to the trunk all the time during your breaks, and you get lit or you get high. I had to take a sip because I didn't want to get dry. My throat, Now, though I wish that every single one of you could be there on Thursday to take part of this maddening event, I will be there through Saturday. Friday is going to be like a private thing that I'm doing just for myself and Mrs. We're going to explore and shoot some video for other stuff. Don't get your dirty minds going. But then Saturday, we got some crazy stuff going on too that's more related to the Dark Horde podcast. But, hit me up. Social media, if you want to be there. We can join up and discover some shit on the side. A side trip. But like I said, if you are in the Nevada area, and even if you're in New Mexico, you just want to drive down and join us, please do so. But you gotta let me know before midnight Wednesday, because I promise you, we will be gone early Thursday morning. And the video is going to be epic. It might take a few weeks to show everyone what we did, but I'm going to make sure that we capture some amazing stuff. And I want to bring everyone with us because it's where you should be. Fuck the rigors of daily work. Fuck Mondays. Fuck the fact that you got to work for a living. It's where you need to be. Because as you've seen in the news this week and part of last week, I'm sorry, but Bugs just farted and all I taste is fart right now. Oh, he's killing me. But if you have, I can't even think. If you have looked at the news, this meeting, this public hearing on UFOs tomorrow, it's a step in a different direction. And while people will gloat and promote the fact that it's been 54 years since the last hearing, guess what? This shit happened 54 freaking years ago. And not one motherfucker has moved forward in this topic. And it's up to us. Anyone that listens to this podcast to say no. Listen and challenge. You have to challenge. Don't take what they say as being the gospel of UFOs in this country, or UAPs, because they're changing the term on you, no matter what you think about it, no matter whether or not you dislike it. It's UAPs. And they are molding your mind or your neighbors to oppose you. But at the end of the day, you need to be clear. It is UFOs. It's always been fucking UFOs. And they know it. And these situations that they've experienced are nothing to laugh at. It's a real deal. It's a problem. So much so that there's a few congressmen and women that have grown some balls. I mean, imagine how hard is that for a congresswoman to grow balls and be part of this conversation? That's some real shit right there. That's not fake ass talk. That's not fake Roswell talk that we're gonna, talk about it from every different angle. No, these are ladies with balls that work for Congress and want to talk about UFOs. You got to take notice of that. You can't be sleeping on it. Chicks with balls is a real deal. I mean, I'm not lying to you. Ask everybody that's in the the Asgardians. They know. I mean, I don't know if any of them are chicks with balls, but it is what it is. As the norm says just now, UFO lives matter. Okay, we need to know why. The truth is that everything that's being reported right now, it's all about the hearing tomorrow. Stop wherever you are. Go take an extra break at the shitter for like an hour if you need to. But you got to look at that video. You got to look at to see what Congress is doing. Is it going to mean a whole lot of shit of beans to you? No. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be glued to that shit. I'm going to click on the YouTube link or space.com. I'm going to look at this. Do I think it's going to change anything for me? No. I don't. Unless somebody has some kind of card up their sleeve. Has the fifth ace up their sleeve. And they're going to challenge people in ways that we've never seen before. But I don't trust that any congressman or woman with nads is going to be able to do that. Because the spy game is real. There's a reason why they have so many different levels when it comes to UFOs, why they redact so much. They don't fucking want you to know. No matter how many people get on a F-22 and spot that shit real live for you, they don't want you to know. What you know is enough. Don't think that we're going to have any, news tomorrow, 10 p.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's going to tickle your nads. That's going to make the hair on your butthole that's left from the last time you waxed, that's going to make you feel excited about it. It's not. Actually, everything I just said is the reason why people don't listen to the podcast. Because they'd rather listen to folks that talk proper. This is fucking proper. This is blue collar proper. Tomorrow, after this broadcast by Congress, this hearing, so-called hearing, public hearing, if the hair is left from your wax on your butthole isn't tickling, they lied to you the whole step of the way. They gave you a can of bullshit. But today's news reports are all about this damn hearing tomorrow, to be honest. I didn't write this shit. The internet is on fire. It is on fire. God damn, Bugs is choking on something back there. I don't know what it is. Probably lick his nads and he got a little bit of hair on it. Anyway, so if your hair on your butthole is not tickling tomorrow after this UAP hearing, it was a waste of your time, waste of my time, and we could just continue because it's not going anywhere, to be honest. It really isn't. It's the truth. So let's play this first track and get into the madness of what different news outlets are reporting about this. It's very interesting, to be honest. Okay, by the way, Dre says that Davina shaved her butt. I mean, no, his butt. I can't even. That's TMI. You're right. You're right, Green Man. That shit is TMI. Now I feel sad. I need to finish this drink before the song is done. Sad state of mind.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
What are we doing? What's going on right now?
Congress holding UFO hearings Tuesday in the United States, by the way. Like some of you are listening to this podcast, it's already Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? I don't even fucking know. But by the time this hearing happens, it'll be Wednesday in your neck of the woods. You can watch it live. Now, this article, believe it or not, is from space.com. Space.com historically has kept their nose clean when it comes to UFOs. But as of the last 4 years, they're all about this shit. So they're not even playing. They even throw the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, under the bus, saying, hey, that report that they gave back last June in 2021 was 4.2 far shit. And so even though that prompted Congress to budget a whole new damn office, a whole new UAP task force to tell us, tell them, because they're not really going to tell us everything, to tell them what the hell's going on with these UFO, UAP sightings, dealing specifically with the military, it came up short. Every single damn congressman or woman that was involved in the last few weeks with these reportings have all said, fuck you, DNI. We're tired of you. You can't lie to us behind closed doors, because now we're going to pull your ass in front of the public. That really is what's happening, right? They're so pissed off with what they received that now, a year late, almost a year later, actually, they want to complain about this shit. We all saw this. We saw this last June when we saw the UAP report, and it was written by 12-year-olds that were paid handsomely by the Pentagon budget to educate us on shit they don't understand. Literally, the fucking report said, out of 144 reports, 143, we have no idea what the fuck is going on. One of them was a balloon. Hashtag, no fucks are given. That's the shit that they literally reported to the Congress of the United States of America. And, you know, they were like, this shit's done. They're not going to ask us no more shit after this. But no, there's people in Congress who give two fucks about it. I don't even know for what reason. Right? Because a lot of these people have not been in the conversation publicly about UFOs. They really haven't. They were not there. Now, whether or not someone like Harry Reid out of Arizona, Republican, who passed away recently, rest in peace, though I know you were lying to us back in the day. Because of Harry Reid, did he actually pass the baton before his passing to Marco Rubio out of Florida? I don't know. But there's people who are really concerned about this because they're starting some shit. This is going to be a 2-hour hearing starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can watch it on space.com. You can be there. Find out what the hell is going on. There is going to be, as of this moment right now, this episode, there's 2 witnesses that are going to come forward and talk to this congressional hearing that's public. Ronald Moultrie, he is the Pentagon's top intelligence official, and Scott Bray, who is the Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence, or Naval Unintelligence. We know that a lot of the shit that's been going down that's being reported from To the Stars Academy and Louis Elizondo had to do with the Navy. So it's important that, Scott Bray is up there to talk shit. But is he going to freeze? Is he going to shit his pants in the middle of the public hearing on YouTube? And space.com and everywhere else. There's going to be a lot of other places carrying it, Scott. You put on your Depends, and when you shit your pants, do not act or acknowledge the fact that you dookied it. I guarantee you that neither one of these guys is ready for the kind of shit that's going to come out. I mean, I'm not talking about just personally, but in general. There's got to be questions asked. These guys have got to be charged up. Like these senators and congressmen, whoever the fuck is going to be in there asking questions, they need to come in, slap their balls on the wall, and get ready to do it. They got to go in like gangsters. Like they're trying to stop someone from joining the Supreme Court. That's how they got to go. They got to go at it like these two dudes are Putin 1 and Putin 2. They got to slap them with their nads and get some real answers. Sadly, I don't think we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get that. As we know from the past, the new office that was created is the Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group, or AOMSG, because it's not like people are blocking MSG anyway. This was created within Moultrie's office. Ronald Moultrie, who is supposed to be there tomorrow. So Ronald, you got some shit to explain, bruh. You got some shit to explain tomorrow. I feel he's going to freeze. I feel like he's not going to give us any answers. He's going to ask for more time to answer whatever the hell these Congress unintelligent people need to ask him. And they should have a shitload of questions. I promise you, if you go on Twitter and you look up this hearing tomorrow, everybody, even Chris Mellon from Two Stars Academy, is posting questions that these folks in Congress should be asking these two witnesses. Like, nobody cares about Chris Mellon. Let's be truthful. He identified a Mylar balloon that was shaped like a penis, like a high technology UFO from nowhere around this planet. So I take all the shit he says with a grain of salt. 54 years since the last hearing from Congress on UFOs, and I guarantee you the end of this hearing is going to be no different than what we had 54 years ago. No one's giving you any answers, Congress, man, women, unintelligent committee folks. It's not going to happen. It really isn't. Mick West, who we know as a prolific debunker, he uses technology in all kinds of ways. He says, listen, I don't anticipate much. Basically, a continuation of what was in the UAP report, which was shit. This is why I like Mick West. Like, literally, if you listen, you guys who listen to multiple UAP podcasts, you know that these guys, when the UAP report came out, they were like singing the praises of disclosure. Like, literally, it felt like the mothership was a sack, and they were licking all the pubic hairs off of it because it was salty on some parts, it was sugary on some parts. But they literally like, oh, we've reached disclosure, it's here. And here we are, May of 2022. And they're most of them are begging for this to turn out to be something because they can't handle it. They lied to themselves, they lied to their listeners, and now they're like, something has got to happen here. They're not going to tell you this shit. They're not. I'm telling you. That's why nobody listens to me. That's why all I got is the Asgardians listening to me. Because they know. I'm telling you the blue-collar truth. These other fuckers and these other podcasts, new and old, they loved the fact that this stupid-ass 12-year-old written report with crayons, that it was published. And here we are, 11 months later, and we're on pins and needles to find out what Congress folks in the unintelligent committees, counterintelligence, and all this other shit, what they're going to ask two dudes which most of their job is to lie to people because they work with spies. I'm sorry. It's going to be counterproductive tomorrow. I feel it. I'm going to be listening to it. But I guarantee you, we're not going to be happy about it because the people that listen to the Tempest Universe, UFO Buster Radio, everybody else, you hold people by their nads. At the minute that their nads shrink into their lung cavity, they're lying to you. And I think that there's going to be a lot of chest at the end of this that's going to be a little plumpier because the nads are all up in there. That's the truth. But we'll watch it together tomorrow. Sadly enough, I won't be able to report on it after the fact on Wednesday because I'll be on my way to Vegas to get ready for the the visit to Area 51. But I will post something. As a matter of fact, me and the Norm will post something on Twitter or Instagram to show you guys we do what we do. But we'll stay abreast of this. Maybe two of them. In order to show you guys that we give two fucks about the subject. Otherwise, we wouldn't be there. Anyway, check out the link in the description from space.com. You can watch it there live if you want to. You can watch it on YouTube live. I shared that link last Wednesday. And I guarantee you, if you go on YouTube, you are watching a lot of places live. Tomorrow, Tuesday in the U.S., Wednesday, some other damn places. But if you give two fucks about this topic, and you really feel like something's going on, you should watch it. And then inundate them with comments, your critique about how they're fucking up the world with their BS. Check this out.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Yeah. So lost, where do I go? I was in the chase, caught a flat on road. It was all love, X no O. I was feeling rich, but we turned out broke. Guess I let my feelings take control. Guess I let my demon take the wheel. Used to think that we be growing old. I can't believe that it was real. It was back in late December when I did it. I just wish I could forgive. Cause I hate how much I love it. Oh, I hate how I just love to catch a feel. Yeah. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. If I find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings.
Don't fucking scream at me. Where's you dumb fuck you? Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat.
A skull and bones type vibe, spy agencies grapple with how much to share at UFO hearing. Now, according to the last article, there's no, fucking spy agencies showing up. But is there? According to the last article, it's just some dudes who were charged, number one, for creating the new agency that's supposed to report and gather everything. Right? I mean, so where's the issue? What are you talking about spy? But the spy agencies are the ones that fucked everybody over. The spy agencies are the ones who dropped the balls, 1, 2, maybe 3, on whether or not these things, these UAPs / UFOs, are from countries like Russia, China, Cuba, that come on, Korea, meaning north, not south, Brazil, because they give no fucks about UFOs. This is what the issue is. What is it the spy community has even provided in this part of intelligence community that has failed us so badly in the last few decades? Like literally, you fuckers let Louis Elizondo steal fucking videos, publish it on the internet, and then 2 years later be like, oh yeah, the Pentagon, well, like, we approve these. These are real. So go ahead and look at them. I know you've seen them already, but it is what it is. This is what we're dealing with. This is the shit that we're dealing with. The Valley Girls have finally told us that the videos go fast, the Tic Tac and all the other shit, that's real. So now we got to have hearings about it. Now we got to have hearings. Apparently there's some Department of Defense person, doesn't say whether it's male or female, who is stating a few things that should be obvious to a lot of people. Number one says that the law requires regular classified and public reports on oversight committees on new incidents involving unidentified aerial phenomena. I guarantee you that's not what Congress received. That's not what the Unintelligent Committee received on this. I promise you that's not what they got. Otherwise they'd be so pissed off about it. This Department of Defense person, which is unnamed, also says that there's a tug of war among competing factions inside the national security bureaucracy that will make it difficult for Congress to compel military branches, spy agencies, national laboratories, and other organizations to come clean about this issue. Are we fucking surprised about that? Not one bit. But the folks tomorrow who watch this live hearing, they might be surprised, because we're going to get a 50-pound load of bullshit delivered to you by Amazon. This Department of Defense person has a quote in here with no name. Without forcing people's hand, it is going to be very difficult to uncover the legacy ventures and programs that we know about based on oral interviews we dug up. There has to be a forcing mechanism. I would call that a reverse probe, to be honest. There has to be something to hold people accountable, but also give them a chance to come out clean for a period of time. They're saying that the Pentagon Oversight Group has been stonewalled. This unnamed official of the Defense Department says that people with knowledge of the phenomena who have yet to contribute to the oversight effort. These people exist and they are protecting very interesting information that folks in the unintelligent committee will not see. Isn't that a problem? Who the fuck is running who? How the hell are these people able to keep information from Congress when they get called up to a fucking public hearing? Who is running the show? Because apparently it's not Congress, it's not Republicans, it's not Democrats, it's no one that we voted for. None of them. Someone in the ranks, or maybe a few someones, is keeping the information from everyone. And what you may see tomorrow is a full-blown 4.25 rubber-dicking of the entire process, which will tell you that this legislation that was passed last year means dick to everyone. The people with power will hold on to power, and no one will be able to get the real deal or the scoop on what's really happening. There was a suggestion that the people that come forward should be given hashtag protection against prosecution. That is critical, because I think that the reason why Louis Elizondo is slowly leaking stuff out, but he's not telling everybody everything because he's afraid of losing certain things, certain titles, privilege, but he's also afraid of being part of the few people that would eventually get tagged as problems by the government, people that need to be dealt with. You know, as of today, he's been dealt with by certain DNI people who are not there anymore. But that could change. That could change really quick. So maybe we need to get and offer some of these folks some kind of protection in order for them to come clean about this stuff. In order for them to tell the truth, what they've seen, what they've read. But until the unintelligent committee comes forward and offers some protections to these folks, it's not going to happen. It really isn't. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to walk in tomorrow. It could be the largest clusterfuck we've seen in 54 years. And you know, the sad part is on HD. So we will see every fucking wrinkle. Every frown. They won't even be able to hide that shit. They can fake that smile. But, you know, there's so many muscles around the mouth and area that I'm sure we'll see them frown when they get a shit answer that they are probably ready to receive. There is just too much at stake. I don't think we're going to get the answers we need. But just know there's a lot of people out there who are promoting that the folks that come forward should be protected in some way or another, because the information is invaluable, not only to the people of the United States, but also to national security. And if you can move that a little further, it's more than national security, it's world security. If these things are really coming from 4.2 nowhere that we've ever evaluated or identified through science. So, for fuck's sake, check it out tomorrow. I don't care what country you're in. Check it out, because if the U.S. is doing it, I promise you, behind closed doors, you know, besides having some other, indiscriminatory practices with underage people and stuff like that, your country knows it too. It's a true story. Hashtag it.
I know you're out there. I've seen the light.
This next article has 24 fascinating facts about UFOs. And I'm going to go to kind of zone in on the very first one, which is actually listed as number 3. This is factual. No fucks are given. Pay attention. The term UFO doesn't refer to aliens, just the flying object. Come on, people. Stop it. Stop with the shit. Stop it. Pareidolia Pete, get in check. Just because you see something flying in the air, it doesn't mean that it's aliens. I don't care what the fuck you infer. I don't care how much time you spend on the shitter going through all your notes trying to figure out if this is alien or not. Get unidentified flying object is it. Nothing more after that. The weird thing is, as many people as we've had explain to you what an abduction case is and what their experience is when they stop on that long, dark, lonely road and they go find a UFO and then they lose like fucking 3 weeks of time. A UFO is still a UFO. It is unidentified. No one knows the origin. No one knows what the hell it is until somebody proves it. And we've had zero. In all the decades, in all the centuries that we've had UFOs being reported, we've had zero fucking zero times that people have been able to satisfactorily identify a UFO as an alien ship to where it is accepted by everyone. It hasn't happened. That's why UFOs are still UFOs. That's why, I don't even think that's why the government went to UAPs, because they just suck balls. They just went to UAPs because they, according to the reports when they first did this, is because they wanted to have military men and women feel that there is no stigma about reporting these things. So they went with UAP, a more technical term it's still fucking UFOs. Stop lying to yourselves. God damn it. Anyway, so yeah, listen. This is the first term you've got to live by. Just because you see a UFO, it is not an alien. It could be that you were so fucking drunk or high that you couldn't recognize the fact that someone threw their hat in the air and it landed by you, but it was so close to you, you had a shit fit about it, and you had nightmares for the next 5 days. This is a true story. People today are still reporting the Starlink satellites as a chain of UFOs and shitting their pants because they feel like they're being invaded. I mean, how long has freaking Elon Musk been at the SpaceX stuff? I mean, we've got Starlinks up there well in above the thousands. People are still reporting them as actual UFOs. This is the shit. This is the shit. This is why we have UFOs. This is why we have UAPs. Not everyone is on the same playing field. People don't read the fucking news anymore. They go to their internet. They might find a couple of stories about somebody's horse running out of their land into downtown, which is probably a 2-mile square block. But they don't know what else is going on. There's a lot of the country in the United States that will not take part into watching and listening to this hearing tomorrow. There's a lot of the world that won't do it because they have no idea. They're not in tune with this. But for fuck's sake, when they see about a dozen lights in the sky all in a chain, either it's fucking Santa Claus or it's a UFO. Meanwhile, for us, it's Elon Musk bringing internet to the spirit chuckers in the rainforest. I mean, yeah, lots of truth. We're not even lying about that because it is. Number 5, the phrase flying saucer came from June 24th, 1947, Kenneth Arnold, when he was flying near Mount Rainier, and he saw UFOs flying in the sky, and he said these things were the size of DC-4 planes moving at about 1,200 miles an hour. Fuck, nothing in 1947 flew at 1,200 fucking miles an hour. Nothing. Nothing was the size of a DC-4 plane. But there he is, Kenneth Arnold, out above Mount Rainier, shitting his pants, flying his plane. He's like, what the hell is going on? What is this? Now, the thing is that people are saying that Kenneth Arnold was misquoted when he said that things were flying saucers. He said these objects are more or less fluttered like they were, I'd say, boats on very rough waters or very rough air of some type. And when I described them, how they flew, I said they flew like they were saucer that you would throw across the water. Both of the newspapers misunderstood and misquoted that too. They said I had said that they were saucer-like. I said that they flew in a saucer-like fashion. Come on, that's... Even Kenneth Arnold was rubber-dicking people back then. What the fuck flies in a saucer-like fashion? The thing is, listen, the first thing you see is it is what the fuck it is. Like, you try to explain it later on and go back into your mind and try to rationalize whatever you saw. You cannot rationalize a UAP, a UFO. You can't, because you know. We all sit around and see airplanes flying above. We see helicopters, especially now, modern day. We see jets fly by. I see fucking fighter jets and C-130s fly by all the damn time, constantly. For damn sure, I'm not going to confuse that with a UFO. But there's people who are in different parts of the country who may not have a Air Force base, Army base, who may not be by a Navy training camp, who can't identify these things on a regular basis. I get it. But a pilot like Kenneth Arnold says to you, them bitches skipped like saucers on water. Stop fucking around. You know what the fuck he meant. He can recant it as much as he want. It's a done deal. It is what you said. And today, we have nothing but millions of pictures of saucers. All over the world. Not just Bob Rainier. All over the world. So, you know the fuck what you said, Kenneth. Stop trying to retract it. It's not going to happen. It is what it is. Check out the link in the description where we talk about the other 22 facts about UFOs. Whether you like them or not, historically, that's what happened. That's what they're reporting. But we all know the difference between a disc floating on water and a tic-tac trying to outmaneuver your several $1 million craft. I mean, you make the call.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah, I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh no, it ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
There is no other person better to close this conversation today regarding tomorrow's meeting of the fucking fucked up minds than Louis Elizondo, the guy that took the videos from the Pentagon on the guys that he was going to train folks about these UFOs slash UAPs. I mean, it is funny how it all comes back to him. Tom DeLonge, no fucks are given. Podesta, no fucks are given. I mean, you can even fucking put a real password and shit, and the Russians took over your damn email. But it gave us a lot of insight because you too dumb fuck to follow password, creating guidelines. But the guy that's at the ground zero of this was Louis Elizondo, and he's still involved. He is the guy that you look at in videos, and he's the one who swallowed the damn canary, He doesn't want to open his mouth too much because the damn bird is going to fly the fuck out. So every time he goes on somewhere, he gives us a little more. And I feel like eventually he's going to burst. Because why not? You ain't got shit to go back to. You don't got no secret clearance. No one's going to fucking trust you in the government. Just give it the fuck up. It's good. It's done. Just give it all up. This article, The Truth After Decades of Silence, is linked in the description if you want to check it out. But Louis Elizondo is all over this. He brought these videos together in 2017 that really gave us where we are right now. You know, the fact that the public was able to see the Navy dealing with these UFOs and these guys reporting, especially on the East Coast, that this shit is constant. It's not a one-off incident. It happens all the damn time. The article says, UFOs, now commonly called UAPs, no fucks are given. Nobody cares about that. Elizondo calls this a historic meeting tomorrow. He says that U.S. Congress men and women are going to be able to grill defense officials and intelligence officials on what they know about what's going on in our skies. You guys know. It's bullshit. They're not going to get real answers. But, Elizondo goes on to say, like he said in another report last week, he's not a UFO guy. He's not even a ufologist. And he never will be. That's important. Because you're following someone. You're putting all your trust in this person who reports ufology and UFO things, who says, I'm not part of your little gang. I'm not part of your beliefs. I got my own beliefs. He said his job was to hunt terrorists and spies. And then to use those same skills to hunt UFOs is the same thing. It's not. It really isn't. But, if it makes you feel better, go with it. He said, I didn't care if the supernatural technology, bottom line, is there is something over controlled U.S. airspace performing in ways we cannot. We've got to figure it out. He says slow progress is progress nonetheless. I got a surprise for you. Progress had been slow more than just when Elizondo showed up on the scene. It's been slow constantly. We need someone to charge this bitch up, to give us what we need to see now to get ready for later. He also suggested having folks being given like some kind of amnesty or protection against prosecution for what they say. I'm all for it, for fuck's sake. Protect these rubber dickers who are lying to us and let them spill the beans. Let them tell us exactly what's been going on and what other UFO incidents have yet to be reported to the Unintelligent Committee and the public. Because I guarantee you, these activities, these incursions into the training facilities of the Navy, Air Force, and so forth have not stopped. They still go on today. So let's get the party started ready. Let's get it started right tomorrow. And let these people tell us what really is going on. Because most of us already know. It's not what we've been told over several decades. It's a lot worse. This is the Tempest Universe podcast. We are not going to have a new show on Wednesday just because I'm not even going to be here. But I might throw on last week's episode where we talked about the hearing or something else, for fuck's sake, who knows. But I thank you guys for listening. I appreciate every single one of you. And hopefully, when the videos are all said and done of this Area 51 trip, you tune in to the YouTube channel and check out the Norm and myself trailblazing some madness out in the desert. And all I get to tell you guys is, you guys know very well by now on, if you listen to the podcast, that
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. Loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you!